We are highly obliged to have you here. Thank you so much for agreeing to this interview, and a hearty congratulations for getting placed.
Thank you, Unnati. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, Dee. How are you?
Also fine.
Okay, Dee, to begin with, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So, hi, this is Tanya Bharadwaj. Currently, I'm the fourth year BTech student pursuing computer science only. So, previous year was like a lot for all the third years because due to internships and everything. So, I did my 2 months internship in American Express, and then I got PPO offer from that only. And afterwards, I did my 6 months internship in SC Microelectronics. So, currently, this is the eighth sem, quite chill semester. But yeah, online classes are going on, so we are studying on it. That's it from me.
That's really cool, Dee. So, Dee, what inspired you to choose computer science as your branch?
Okay, so in 11th, 12th, you must be having your language, one of the coding language. So that's what happened that in my 11th and 12th, I had my coding language C++. So when I started coding in it, I quite interesting, and I used to code a lot in my both the years. Plus my father is a software engineer, so he had a lot of role, and that influence, that computer science. He always used to talk about things like pointers, arrays. So 11th में तो सर के ऊपर से जाता था, ठीक है, because उस time we weren't having that much of the conceptual knowledge about these things, but in the 12th I got to know about it. So yeah, I decided that why not to pursue in that and follow my father's footsteps and go into that line.
That is really amazing to have a software engineer right at home.
Yeah. Yes,
So,
yes.
Dee, coming to Banasthali, what was your first day at Banasthali like?
Yeah, so what happened is that my older sister is also from Banasthali only. So what happened is that in 2018 she completed her 4 years and I was beginning my 4 years. So she and my father came with me. So when I went there, so she already told me a lot of things about Banasthali, okay? But when I entered into it, it was literally a new world because there is no big malls or big buildings are there the way you can go and hang out and chill. It was very normal thing, and when you are, and then a lot of students are there which you don't know, and you have to fight for hostel rooms, and you have to find a hostel room with a particular roommate. You don't know anyone, but you have to choose a roommate, and you have to find a roommate with whom you can spend your whole 1 year. So that was quite different. And I remember that I stayed with my sister in my room only. And when my father and sister left, I cried, but then it got normal. So it literally takes 1 week to get adjusted in Banasthali. But when the 1 week is over and you get to have your friends, and when classes began, you forget everything. And then you think that this is your life, and it eventually gets very fun. Yeah.
We do hope that life at Banasthali is exciting and fun. It might be a little of struggle, but we hope it gets fun and exciting and we get to learn a lot of things.
A lot. You'll get a lot of things, time management. You'll be attending your classes, you'll be washing your clothes, you'll be washing your utensils, everything you'll be doing, and you'll be managing it. So you'll feel quite independent because since we just spent 2 years, and after that, when I came home, I again became so dependent on my family that खाना खुद आ रहा है, ठीक है, you are not going down anywhere, खाना खुद सामने मिल जाएगा, then you just have to go put your plate, nobody's going to, I'm not going to wash it. So again, we get so dependent, but in Banasthali, you get so independent and you feel proud on yourself because you're managing money, you're managing your time, you're managing your studies, everything at the same time. So you'll get to learn a lot.
Yes, that is something we are all looking forward to, but that is something we first and second years can only imagine for now because we have not even visited the campus yet, not even seen Banasthali.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of tragic.
It is quite fun. Starting में 1 month maybe problem is are there like गर्मी है and like winters बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड है, ठीक है. But after that you get adaptation is there, you get used to it, and then you quite enjoy it because in houses generally we sleep at around 12, 11, ठीक है. But in there you are sleeping at 2. You're studying with your friends, rigorously studying with your friends, and doing the work with each other, doing assignments with each other, sitting on the same bed. So that is quite fun. But currently we are doing work solo or meeting on Google Meet and Zooms, ठीक है. But उधर we are in the same room, same bed, doing the same work. So yeah, I hope college opens and you should visit the campus and have all these fun.
Yes, I hope so too, because offline would be very much more engaging, and right now it is so superficial. So, what is the one thing about Banasthali that you miss the most out of the 2 years that you spent there?
Okay, very normal answer. Friends, so obviously we miss friends. In the hostel, you don't know, you don't feel like that. Yeah, she's from Chandigarh. Yeah, she's from Mumbai. Okay, then you're like roommates. She lives just one room away from me. But when you are away, and for 2 years we haven't met each other, so it feels like quite a bit long time, and you miss your friends definitely. But again, talking about independency, because you'll get to learn a lot. You will remain in your shape, and the weather there, the climate there is so nice. Because if you're in Delhi or big cities, तो कभी क्लियर होता ही नहीं, ठीक है. वहां पे when you'll go the horse riding, everything, and so pretty there, so you love it.
Yes, Dee, that sounds lovely. So, Dee, you also participated in various extracurricular activities right from the first year. You were a part of a club. So, could you give us an insight about club activities? How can one join a club, and what contribution does a club has in one's growth?
Okay, so in my first year only, I started a club, Vapors. So that is official coding club of Banasthali. So what happens when you join a club is that you get direct contact with your seniors. Okay? Happening in their life, you can ask that Didi, what happened in the placements, Didi, what happened during the seminar in the subject. First thing, that you get close connection with your seniors and they're just like a family. Okay. And second of all, talking about Vapors, it is an official coding club. So that inspires you more. Like if all the people, since you're in Lagos, so it will must be inspiring you that you have to read articles, you have to improve your communication skills so that you can communicate with other people very much easily and much better than them and them, because you are in the club and they are not. So similarly, when you're in official coding, you have to like rigorously code, and you have to maintain a code chef profile and maintain a profile amongst people that yes, you are also the one who is in the club and you can. So that helps you a lot to motivate you further towards your goals. And soft skills, definitely technical skills though are there. You are going to use your brain in creating the ideas, since you guys add various posts on the Instagrams and collaborate with different clubs and everything. So similarly here also, that you will be having your soft skills, you upgrade your soft skills. Plus working a lot, time management, you'll be managing a lot of people, you'll be speaking in front of a lot of people and getting a new idea for and it matters all up, get quite prepared for the future.
So, you are the co-founder of LeanIn Community. Could you tell us what this community is about?
Okay, so we founded, I have two other co-founders also. So we founded it previous year only. So what it does is that it is a bridge between juniors and seniors. As you guys know that due to COVID, you guys were having just your batchmates only. You didn't have any contact with your seniors. Plus, that's why you guys didn't know anything about the placement seasons that are going on, the skills that you need to work upon. So that's it. What is the motive of the LeanIn? That it is supporting all the girls in our university. And there is two things, mentors and mentees. So first, second, third years becomes the mentees, and fourth year, third years becomes the mentors. So what they do is that mentors come, they mentor you and guide you towards a particular subject. Supposedly you're in second year and you want to learn machine learning. So you can fill up a form in for LeanIn and you can come inside the server, and then the mentor will guide you throughout for the machine learning, and you can get your projects built up through that skill. You get to know about your seniors, and there are various events that we organize side by side so that you get to know like what a computer science or what a BTech engineering student is going throughout their life and throughout their degrees. Yeah.
That is great, Dee, and it is such a huge help for all of us who are sitting at homes and have no idea about all the technical knowledge. And it is a huge help to know about placements and the preparation for it. So there is
Yes,
this saying that a healthy mind and a healthy body. So how do you manage your academics, placement preparation, extracurricular activities, and health all at once?
Okay, so if you're in Banasthali na, your health is already maintained. Why? Because you're going to walk a lot in Banasthali, then your food consumption will be low. Abhi, right now you are having such good. In Banasthali also you will be having a lot of canteens and everything, but still you'll still remain in shape because of the walking and doing the stuff here, because you'll not be sitting idle. Talking about extracurricular activities and the academics, so what happens is that our periodicals is not like that. It's in January, then in February, then in March, then in April. Okay, there is a span of 1 month that you get where you can learn your technology, and there is 1 month span where you can learn your academics. So what I used to do is that when I went to classes, I used to study there. I worshipped my teachers. I used to study in the class only. So when you are, you know what, when you get to know that concept in the class only, na, it takes so much less time when you get back to your hostel and do the things. So what I used to do is that at 9 to 5, I'll devote it to my teachers. I'll study in the college. But after that, when I come back, I used to chill. Definitely, then every day you don't have to study. Okay, you're not in 11th and 12th anymore, so you don't have to study every day. But in few days, like in 1 week, for 2 days, or 1 week in 3 days, you can go and learn your own technology and go for the extracurricular activities that are going on side by side. So that is how I managed it all in one.
That is very insightful, Dee. We all will get to learn a lot from your answer. So we'll try to execute it, because right now it is very difficult to manage all of it at once.
Yeah, so just study in your online classes. I know it's heavy because the person is not standing right in front of you. It requires a lot of motivation. But once you know what, once you get that concept in the class, then and there only, na, then it will be much easier for you before the periodicals to go through it, and you'll be like, yeah, ye to aata hai. ठीक है. So it will be much easier. And then after that, 5 to 12, you can go for extracurricular activities and coding or anything else that you want to do.
Okay, Dee, so how did you explore various domains, and how did you find the one that you liked?
Okay, so yeah, it was very difficult at first because there are a lot of numerous plethora of technologies that are there. Like machine learning is there, and then there's anno development, then there's MERN stack. So a lot of technologies are there. So in the first year, when you're in first year, try to find a technology that fits you best. Because in first year, generally we don't know, people generally don't know coding that much, or if they know, it's basic oops and everything. So go for small technology that you think that can fit you. Once you'll start coding in it, and once you'll see that things are becoming live, supposedly you created a button, and then you have coded for the button, and when you run that site and the button is there and you can click it, then that feeling is like literally amazing. So in first year, try to explore different skills. Not like that in 1 week you're doing machine learning, in 1 week you're doing this, in 1 week you're doing this. No, take your time, take 3 months, take 2 to 3 months for a particular technology. Try to code in it, because on Twitter, on LinkedIn, there is literally a large amount of people who are doing hashtag 100 days of web designing, hashtag 100 days of code. You can follow that, you can do that, and connect with people and ask like, how are you doing this, how are you making this? So maybe when you come into that particular community, you can get to know much about that technology, and you can learn more by connecting with people. So first and second year, you should like explore. And then after in job, if they are telling you to do Spring Boot, you have to do Spring Boot. So then there's no way. But before that, try to, in first second year, you should explore. It's not like ek hafta nahi. Take time for that particular technology.
So what was the roadmap that you used to develop your technical skills? How was the journey?
So there was not a particular roadmap, but supposedly when you're in third year, you have to create a project. There's a 6 months project, where you have to give presentation also. Your group is formed. So in that, what did I used to follow is that first I created Google Classroom clone. So I used PHP for that. So I didn't know PHP. What my teammates and I did, that we first for 1 week or 2 weeks, PHP is easier language, much easier language when you know different coding languages when you come to third year. So PHP, we studied PHP, like what is PHP? We saw the videos, we took the notes and everything, and practiced little PHP. And then what we did is that we created 2 mini projects on that particular technology. Once you create 2 mini projects on it, you get to know that, okay, how this is how it is being used here. Because when you want to create a form in PHP only, so when you start coding it, you'll get to find that, okay, that thing can also be added here. Because if somebody has entered phone number for 11 digits, then you have to give them error that 10 digits nahi hai iske andar. So when you start implementing things, you get to learn more rather than just watching videos. So that's what we did. Take your time, learn from the videos that you are watching, but after that, start implementing it. Don't leave it after the videos. And because once you implement things, you get to know more about that technology. So that is the particular roadmap for every technology. Learn from the videos, learn from your notes, learn from the books, and then start implementing it from the small projects, then move to the higher projects.
Okay, so the key here is to explore, learn, and then implement.
Yeah, implementation is very, very important.
So when you made a project, was it a group project or was it a single project? And what is the experience of doing a project with other members?
Okay, so when the third year project is there, you have to create a group. Okay, so my group was there, and they are my best friends only. Okay, so because obviously we were in college, we got to know each other. So I did it with my friends only. So it was nice, because when you're in a group now, you can divide your things, and then you have motivation to do it. Because one day you lack motivation, that nah, today I don't want to do it, but the other person will be like, come on man, do it, we have to get marks. Okay, so in that way, sometimes there will be even though we were friends, there were some there were not agreements between us. We were like, no, this is how it should look, but then the other person is like, nahi, aise better lag raha hai. So there will be disagreements, but then you come to settle, then you know how to work in a team. Because when you're going in office in the corporate world, you are going to work in a team. So then that's how you know that, okay, the person is thinking from that way. And then it feels so amazing when you're sitting and all of the minds are coming together and solving one problem. And then when you create such bigger thing, then it becomes so nice and so satisfactory.
That sounds really cool and amazing, and something that we really want to try. Because at home, we don't have any motivation to study or to maintain that consistency whenever we take on a new job or new task.
Yeah.
And having friends around helps a lot.
Yes, definitely. They'll motivate you, they'll guide you, because one day or the other you are going to lose motivation, and one day they are going to lose motivation. So we all are together to keep amp up each other and do things.
So did you also take on a hands-on project? And how does one make an impressive resume?
Okay, for the impressive resume, definitely add all of your little small projects, even the smaller projects that you have worked on. Because when you are in third year, and third year ke beginning mein hi companies start to come for the internships. Okay, so supposedly you clear your coding round, and when you go to the interview, they'll first thing what they'll do is that they'll open a resume, and then they'll start reading from it. So if you have not mentioned any projects in that resume, what they'll do that you haven't done anything in your 3 years of BTech. So sometimes that happens to my peers also, that they created small projects, but they didn't add it because they thought that they are not very nice to add in the resume. So when they were asked in the interview, they said that I created this. Then the interview directly said that, why didn't you add it in your resume then? So definitely add even the smaller projects, your smaller achievements over there. Once you get bigger achievements, definitely remove those. Okay, because now ab resume mein jagah nahi hai. You have done a lot of things, so definitely remove those smaller things. But when you have nothing, even when you are a part of a club, like you're in Lagos and you are doing this thing, you can add it on your resume, in your achievements, in your work ex, in your projects. Even if you're building a tic-tac-toe game in Python, add it, because they are going to ask, they want to see that yes, a child is doing something, a student is doing something. They are not just going into the classes and attending the classes, that's it. They're also taking time out of their lives and completing their projects. So that's why hands-on projects and different projects are quite important for that part. Yeah.
While preparing for the internships that come after third year, what all key points does one need to follow?
Okay, for internships, when you're in third year, if you really want to get internship, first I'll tell you why is it important. It is important because you have one extra work experience than any other student in your BTech that is doing with you. Secondly, there is a high chance that you'll get PPO from it. Okay, so when people are in fourth year, they are studying rigorously just to get a job. You will be having a job before them. Plus, you will be knowing your team because you worked with them. Okay. Lastly, you'll get money. So these four things will add up and will give you big brownie points in your resume and will help you. So that is why internships are important. So for when you're preparing for internship, when you're in the ending of your second year now and you are having your summer vacations, because now in the second year you have completed your DSA and DA. Okay. Now start focusing on coding part, because the internship companies that are going to come in third year, they're just going to take coding paper. From my experience, I don't know about the third year, which is currently in the Banasthali, but according to when I was in third year, all the companies that came, Flipkart, Amex, and Oracle, everyone was having coding related paper. Okay, so that's what we did in second year. At the end of the second year, and when you get 2 months vacation, start doing coding, start doing preparations for the coding, because in July only Goldman Sachs will come. Okay, and then people's heart gets shattered because that's the first company, that's the first rejections on your face. So start preparing for beforehand the internship, because that will not only help you, even if you don't get internship in third year. My friend is there, she didn't get internship in the third year, but she was coding rigorously from the second at the end of the second year. What happened is that first company Cisco came in the fourth year and she got placed because she was ready with her sets, with her skills. So that's why when, since you are also in second year, Unnati, start preparing and don't waste your time for those 2 months. There are vacations, you will have time to get fun, but do coding also.
Okay, so all second years need to buckle up right now in order to prepare for the internships. And
Yeah,
it's not important whether or not we get the internship, but the preparation we do for it will definitely help us to get
it
placed in fourth
definitely
year.
helps to get the placement. Yeah, don't get disheartened that maine to itni mehnat kari, but still I didn't get any internship for the third year. Don't get disheartened, because in fourth year, nice, the companies with bigger packages come in the first half only, because Cisco, Goldman Sachs, American Express, Flipkart will come one after another. You won't have any time to prepare between those companies. So that skills that you prepared for the previous year will help you to get placed at the first half only.
Yes, that information is very helpful. So there are some students who do not feel inclined towards core programming or competitive programming. So what other options do they have if that's not the field they wish to pursue?
Okay, so aptitude is the other thing that people have to do, because there are companies like Deloitte, Accenture, TCS, and I don't know other companies because I was not in the placement at that time because I got PPO. But from my friend's experience, I'm telling that these companies ask aptitude questions, and Deloitte offer a decent package. And so start preparing your aptitude. And किसी का generally they don't like doing coding. Generally, people don't like doing coding because it takes up a lot of time, lot of brain, lot of stamina to do one coding question, and it takes up a time. I know, but don't leave it. But if you really don't have interest in that, go for the aptitude and other extracurricular soft skills building, because then various companies conduct GDs also. Okay, so if you're not in good in coding, and if you don't have also that soft skills of speaking confidently in front of anyone, then you're not having any balance. So either upgrade your soft skills plus your aptitude, or go for coding.
Okay, that kind of sorts the confusion of many second year students.
Mm-hmm.
So talking about internships, what was your experience in the 2-month internship that you did, and what was the feeling that when you received PPO?
Okay, so in 2 months experience, I'm a person who gets scared very easily before starting a new thing. So that's what happened to me. For first 2 weeks, I was very scared. Even though my team members were very nice, they were very cooperative, but still I was scared. So once you get hang of it, like once you get like this is my project, this is my technology, that's how I have to resume. Then you'll start doing the things. So when I got to know that these are the things that I have to work upon, so I started working on it, and they were so helpful. They were coming every day on the meeting, and they were like, what's the progress? Okay, are you stuck there? Wait, share the screen. Let us tell you where are you getting stuck. And even not in the meeting, whenever I was getting stuck, I used to ping them like, hi, sorry to disturb you, but I got stuck here. Then they used to come on the meeting. They're like, yeah, no problem, show. So when I used to show them, and they we used to debug together, like, where am I stuck and where is the problem? So after that, in the 2 months of my internship, I completed 2 projects with American Express, and that were internal projects. So internal projects are the projects that are being used by the company only. They are not being used by the outsiders, but by the company only for their ease. So I completed 2 projects in my during the tenure, and my internship got ended. Everyone were happy. So one day, my 6 months internship now began, but then I got a mail, and there was list like name, PPO offered, name, PPO not offered, like that a list was there. So when I was like very scared and scrolling through that list, and then my name was there, and green from green highlight, it was highlighted through the green thing, like PPO offered, and like, yes, finally I got placed. So that was definitely very, very great.
Wow, that's great. And that is a dream for so many to get the third year internship and then get an PPO out of it. That is a dream for so many. So I congratulate you once again for achieving that milestone.
Thank you so much, Unnati.
So after getting PPO, you must be very relaxed that now the major task is done. So you might have had a lot of free time. So how did you utilize that time, or did the 6-month internship start right after that?
Right after that. Mine was started right after that. So yeah, definitely a huge part of the brain that was occupied from the third year, in fact from the first year of the BTech, was quite relieved. But I got busy after in my 6 months internship, because what I did in my 6 months internship was very new to us. I think it is very new to every computer science or every branch student. So I got busy in that. I learned that technology, and then I worked upon it.
Okay. So while doing these internships, it was an online mode, and seeing the situation right now, probably we'll also have things to be continued in online mode. So what role does soft skills play for preparing these internships and while interacting with the team members who are senior to you and have much more experience than you?
Soft skills play a lot of important role in the 2 months internship also, and in the 6 months internship also, because if you're not talking nicely to a senior who is having much more work experience than you, and you are just an intern to that company, then you'll have a lot of bad impression. Because if I'm saying to my senior that talk to me ASAP or clear my query ASAP, they'll be like, dude, I'm busy, let me do my work, then I'll talk to you. So soft skills are quite needed. Now here, what you'll do that you can say that, hi, if you're free, please can you come and answer my query. Then they'll be like, yeah, I'll get free at this time, can we connect at that time? Then you'll be like, yeah, and they'll be like, yeah, chill. Okay, so soft skills play a major role because they haven't seen you in person. Okay, and probably they'll never be in emails, they didn't even see me in the person, so they probably won't even see you in person. So you don't know तुम्हारी शक्ल कैसी है, they don't know how your appearance is. ठीक है, first what they'll do, how you speak, how you'll perform, how you'll present your work, because soft skills also come handy when you're going to present your work. Because sometimes what happens is that people know a lot, but they don't know how to express it. So that's where soft skills play a very important role. How to contact your seniors, how to write mails, how to be presentable, even if you're not on the video screen, but when you're speaking to them, like that.
Okay, so along with rigorously preparing for internships, one also needs to pay attention towards soft skills and communication skills and etiquette.
Yeah, so not a lot of time is being consumed for the soft skills, but yeah, take your time. Don't be like, abhi batao, mere ko to question abhi hi batao. It's like they'll take time. You are just an intern. They are very busy. They are doing work. A lot of work has been allotted to them too. So you're not alone. So like that, do your work nicely, and yeah, etiquette should be there definitely.
Okay, so we have covered life at Banasthali, we have covered internships, placements, extracurricular activities, almost every aspect of a college student. So at last, would you like to give a special message to your juniors or any suggestion or advice to them?
Yeah, for the first years, I'll say that go and explore things. It's your time. You just have finished your 12th. You are quite exhausted. Take your time, chill, and explore the things, and learn one programming language by heart, either C++, Python. For second years, your DSA and DA will be there. Study those subjects. They're very important. OOPS also will be there. DBMS will also be there. These 4 subjects, very, very important. Study them. And at the end, towards the end of your second year, start coding. Even if it's very hard, start coding. For the third year people, don't lose hope. You'll get demotivated that you're not getting selected. You'll get demotivated that you're not able to solve the coding questions. Don't get demotivated. It will pay off once you'll consistency is the key for you guys. Do coding regularly, do your aptitude, practice our speaking skills, and then you'll be able to unlock that particular door of that placement company.
Very helpful advice, Dee. This session has been really insightful, and I thank you for giving your time to the session. It was lovely having you here.
Thank you, Unnati.